Hello, so this is module number 4, and we are going to be working with the worksheet Meteorology and Rhythmatics, Compound Meters number 3, Siciliano type of rhythms. So we've hopefully reviewed the last module, and this one is just going to continue on that with more of the dotted rhythms. And this is a very common flow that happens in Sicilianas, and so that's why they're calling this one the Siciliana rhythms. So let's start with the dot here, the concept of the dot. So we already know that the dotted quarter note is equal to 3. 1, 2, 3, right? This is in all compound meters, whether it be 6/8, 9/8, or 12/8. We'll just say 6/8 for right now. So the eighth note is equal to 1, but there's 3 eighth notes that fit inside. Whoops, you gotta see my whole screen. There's 3 eighth notes that fit inside this dotted quarter note. So when we get into dotted eighth notes in this, it gets confusing to a lot of people. So I want to take some time and really go through this. So a very common rhythm you'll see is a dotted eighth note followed by usually the 16th note second, and then another eighth note, and then maybe something different here. So the way I'm going to count this is I'm going to go back to subdividing. I'm going to go back to subdividing. I'm going to actually count 1 and 2, the and 2 kind of being the silent part. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. So this dot right here is really representational of 3 16th notes. That's why I'm counting 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then you have to know where that is. So putting on a metronome is going to be very helpful to kind of see if you can get that beat division. So you can feel that meter. That's the main thing in this one. So let's go through some of these exercises right here. Let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3 in the 6/8 time. And we'll do some of this together. So in 6/8 time, it's starting off with this same rhythm we just experienced. Give me a second and I'll just write a little bit of this. And they want us to write in the bar lines again, just like in the previous things. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start writing in the counting at the beginning, and when I get to 6, I'm going to put the bar line. I'm also going to put the accent over those bigger beats so I can really see where the pulse is. So remember, in 6/8 time, I'm not going to conduct 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead, I'm going to conduct 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what's going to make it feel compound. Okay? So this first one is going to be counted 1 and 2 and 3. This quarter note right here gets 2 eighth notes. 4, 5, 6. That's only one beat. That's where my first bar line goes. Okay, so these are where my bigger pulses are. If I'm conducting, that's where that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are kind of where my implied accents go to make it feel compound. Okay, continuing on, I have a little bit of almost a syncopation thing. This is 1. And then 2, 3. So whenever I have this longer note that starts on 2, it feels a little disproportionate, and you'll see this when we count this out. And then continuing along, 4 and 5 because I need to subdivide, and 6. Here would be my bar line. And then I have a rest. I need to finish off this measure here. Okay, then you have I'm running out of space. Another quarter note followed by 2 16th notes. Okay, that's really sloppy, but we'll get the idea here. So here, it's still 3 eighth notes. 1, 2, 3 silent, 4, 5, and then those 16th notes at the end are 6 and. And here are my bigger pulses. So always conducting 2. So let's count this together. This is where my accents are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and. Then that would be the bar. Okay, because we count the 16th notes as 6 and, kind of like we would count eighth notes if it was in a simple meter. Okay. So hopefully that clarifies some of the Siciliano type of rhythms. This whole page is just really utilizing this rhythm in different components and variables. Remember to put your bar line after the bigger, every time it's 6 beats, 9 it would be 9, 12 would be 12, but understanding your bigger pulses. So we'll go over this live too, but I wanted to give an exact tutorial of how to count compound meters.